You know how when you were a little kid, you were just curious about everything in life? I mean, from the time you were born, literally, you're like opening up your eyes and you're looking at every little thing and it matters to you. You want to know more about it. But then as you grow and you get older, you stop being so curious about things because you've learned a lot. And then you start to kind of shut down that curiosity and you stay familiar with the things that you know. And then you start to actually put more focus on the things that you've learned the hard way and the negativity and the hurts and the pains and all of those things. And my point is, it's natural for us to be curious about things because curiosity is what leads you to the next level of growth. It's something that leads you to the next level of your full potential. Your fulfillment in life and your passion and your purpose in life is only going to be found out of your curiosity, and not just curiosity alone, but the actions you take because you were curious. So what happens a lot of times is you get hurt as you grow up. We all do. You go through different things that cause you pain in life, and you stop being like a kid who would touch something and it would hurt them, and then they would touch it again to figure out why it hurt them. And they might touch it a third time and they keep on getting hurt. And as an adult, you look at them and you're like, what are you doing? But when you become an adult, when something hurts you, you back up off of it and you turn and you stay away from that thing that hurts you for the rest of your life. And so we go through so many things that hurt us in life as adults that now we have turned from a whole lot of things and we have shut the doors to those. We lifted the walls and we can no longer learn and be curious in those areas anymore. What we need to do is break out of that. I'm trying to get you right now to recognize that curiosity is that seed that grows your passion. It's the seed that grows your development. It grows you. Without that curiosity, you stay stuck in your ways. You stay stuck moving on the same line towards whatever it is you're moving towards, but it may not be the right thing. And it may not be the best of you that's coming from this, because the best of you hasn't been found because you stopped being curious. So what I advise you to do is take, for example, when you spitball and you brainstorm ideas. Whenever you brainstorm ideas, one of the rules is you just throw the ideas out there. You're throwing them like darts and you're trying to just hit the wall and seeing what hits the wall, and you're leaving it there. Every single idea gets there and it stays there for a minute. You don't judge those ideas. They're just thoughts. You just put them up there. Once you have them all up there, you do something with that information. You start to maybe categorize or judge it at that point and figure out what makes sense. Same way you can do with your life. Everything in life that brings you a little bit of a spark of energy or a little bit of a joy, and it happens almost every day for all of us. You might just be living your life and somebody brings up a subject that gets you rambling. Why does it get you rambling? So start to take note of those moments. Why did your energy rise up? What got you so excited for that little 5 minutes of your 24-hour day? When you said you had a terrible day, but you're not reflecting back on that moment that brought you joy, start to reflect on those moments. Those are the little spitball ideas. Those are the ideas that can lead you down a road of curiosity to figure out what makes you tick. So start paying attention. Something I talk about in all of my videos and anything that I'm having a conversation with people about is start paying closer attention. Stop being in such a rush mentally and being so cluttered with the rush of life, and start having some peace where you can actually put thought to life. And as you start to find there are things that motivate you, you can start to piece those together. And then what do you do with that? You start to think about how they align towards something. What if you had a hobby that incorporated all of those things that bring you joy? What if you had a career? What if you had a business that incorporated all of those things that bring you joy? What if you did all those things that brought you joy every day? And it was a part of where you made money, or it was a part of where you helped people. It was a rewarding experience. Man, I feel like if we all found that, we would find what really brings the best out of us. And when the best is brought out of you, you can change the world. You can change people all around you. because you're in your gift. But again, you're not going to find that if you have buried yourself and surrounded yourself by walls. And you're not going to find it if you have stopped being curious the way that you were born. So I encourage you right now to start asking yourself, what is it that brings me joy daily? What is the little thing that made me excited, and why? And then once you find that why, ask why that is. Continue to ask why. But the big thing is continue to think on these things that matter and stop thinking so much on these things that don't. Now, if you didn't catch my last video about the 3 questions that you can ask to find your next step in life, make sure you watch that, because curiosity plus clarity is where your transformation begins. And I'm all about helping you transform to your better self. Take care.